Hello sports fans, this is Steven here for JustMyPicks.com, and I'm bringing you a special NBA breakdown. I'm going to be doing a special debate video today. I've seen a lot on Twitter, I've seen it on Facebook, I've seen it on Instagram. Different postings of the greatest players of all time head to head against each other. I've covered a couple in the past, but today I'm going to be covering one of the center editions. I'm going to be covering, and this is the basic question, who do you want? Hakeem, the Dream Olajuwon, or Shaquille Superman O'Neal? Looking at both their careers, outstanding careers for both are NBA champions, both are going to be surefire Hall of Famers. You're looking at Hakeem, the Dream Olajuwon, who already has done his thing, already has his legacy cemented. Shaquille O'Neal is, of course, as we know, newly retired than Hakeem, the Dream Olajuwon. So you're looking at just the minimal basis of some of these things that we're breaking down. I'm going to be looking at how did they change the game. Did Hakeem the Dream changed the game a lot? He did, in a certain sense. He did it with footwork. He did it with handwork. He did it with, as far as his offensive onslaught. Defensively, he blocked a lot of shots. He altered a lot of shots with his ability to just get under certain players. You can ask Patrick Ewing just how good he actually was. He embarrassed Patrick Ewing quite a bunch. At the hands of some big playoff games. You're looking at some of the things he's done against some of the other centers, like a David Robinson. So he's had a pretty good career. Now, when you look at Shaquille O'Neal, one of the best, if not the best center in NBA history, from pulling down goals. I'm talking about NBA rims, literally breaking goals. That's one of the things that made him dominant, because a lot of people feared him, his size, his physical size at 7'1", some say 7'1". He physically outmatched everyone he physically played against. You look at, he was immovable when he played against people like Tim Duncan, when he played against people like KG, when he played against people like Karl Malone. He was so massive that they had no shot of stopping him. Yes, did he eat his way out of a couple of NBA championship rings? Probably so. Could he have worked out a little more? Probably so. But when it's all said and done, Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon really embodied a lot of the teamwork side. I know that Shaq did a lot of things as far as not staying in shape and eating himself out of the NBA, but Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon was a leader for the Houston Rockets for those years. You look at how he was able to help that team physically do what they did and win rings. For Shaq, you look at him in Miami, where he enabled D-Wade to help him win a ring. You look at him with Kobe as them being one of the better 1-2 punch combinations in NBA history. When you look at all of that combined, you have to keep in mind that Shaquille O'Neal, even though he could not hit free throws, was more of a dominant player. I know that a lot of people say that, oh, his touch wasn't the best, or he didn't have a shot like the Dream did, or he didn't hit free throws, or he could not fake out people with ball defenses and things like that just to fake them out to score points. Shaquille O'Neal ran through people. He physically was so big that he just forced his will on everyone. Now, when it comes down to it, I look at who would I want on my team. Shaq. When it comes down to it, you can say that, oh, he got into it with Kobe, he wore his welcome out with the Lakers, all these other things. That matters not. Shaquille O'Neal will go down as one of, if not the best center in NBA history. I know Kareem Abdul-Jabbar is up there with all those points that he scored, but when it comes down to it, Kareem was never unstoppable. Kareem could not demand a triple team. I know there's Hack of Shaq. You see the things that they did. You look at old film of Shaq where 3 or 4 or 5 guys be on his back physically, literally. Shaquille O'Neal took a lot of punishment throughout his NBA career because referees simply did not call foul when he would get slapped across the wrist, when he would get slapped upside the head. Because he was so much bigger than everybody, they expected him to play through things. Yes, did he get into a couple of altercations like the Brad Miller situation where he swung and missed, or Charles Barkley and things like that? Yes, those were out of frustration. But on the court, Shaquille O'Neal was one of the most dominant players as we've known to ever play in the NBA. When it comes to centers, he was the most dominant center in NBA history. And for that, I pick him as why I would want him over Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Both these players are great. It's not a loser in this situation because both these players were great. In their prime, I would rather, even though Hakeem the Dream did a couple of things against Shaq when he was young in his youth, when you look at the prime, if you put prime Shaq versus prime Hakeem the Dream would not stand a chance against that Shaq. That Shaq would have been more physical. that Shaq would have been more dominant, that Shaq would have known some of those moves were coming. So when it comes down to it, head-to-head in their prime, I'm picking Shaquille O'Neal over Hakeem the Dream Olajuwon. Let me know what you guys feel in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to check me out on justmypicks.com. Also, follow me on Twitter, justmypicks.tv. Also, follow me on YouTube, YouTube.com/justmypicks.tv. Also, check out some of our new podcasts that we have coming out. And don't forget to share this video in your sports group so we can debate with you and your sports family each and every day. Thank you very much, and share our videos.